Okay. Hmm. And it's doing that thing again. Four. That's four. Just the top of its hour. Okay, thank you. Okay. Did the guys come to work on sewing machines today? Tomorrow. Tomorrow, okay. Why did I think it was on Wednesdays? I did not know. Code is 827-1024264. Okay. Okay. So you cannot see again. Kinda. Kinda. The most important part is hard to see, and I think it's the clearer. Light. All right. Let me go in here. I don't think that helped. Okay. No, no better further away. Better closer? Yeah, I guess that's the best so far, yeah. Right. Okay, that's what we'll try. All right. All right, all right. I need my little rulers. Need my pen. My styler. Right now, everybody's probably getting just the sun. Got that. Following directions. You got to follow the directions? Weird concept. But I found out that reading the words and looking at the pictures makes. Why you got to follow the directions? Can't bury threads. Okay, marking the center between the pebble points. So that's 7.5 inches. So it's going to be 3.75. 5. Okay. That. Okay. And where's my crosshair square? Needed my crosshair square. Here we go. Uh-oh. Anybody in there? I don't know if anybody's in there or not. Part of my line disappeared in here. Okay. Do not see anybody in there. Oh, yes, I do. Yes. By letting them in. Stay in. Okay. I gotta keep watching that. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, we did that one. We did that one. Okay. So I cannot see if people are. Well, whatever. So the space we had between our two stars that we did before. So we have our line going from point to point, then you measure down here, mark your midway point, and then do your 8-point crosshair with your crosshair square. And then I filled in so I could see them all the way across. So you got to do that to this place and then to the other one on the other side. At 90 degrees, we're going to mark it 4 1/4 and then 4 7, 4 3/4. Where's my ruler? Lost my ruler already. Oh, there it is. Okay. So now we're going to come here and we're going to mark from the center 4 1/4 and 4 3/4. 4 1/4, 4 3/4. 4 1/4, 4 3/4. What did I do wrong here? Huh, nothing. It just looks, that looks wider than that. Okay. Optical illusion, I guess. Okay, 4 1/4, 4 3/4. Okay, so we get those marks in there. And now we're gonna work with our spiral again. Anybody waiting to get in? No, okay. We're gonna work with our spiral again. So we are going to go right to the center. And we're gonna bring our thread up. Did I just hit the thread? I did. Hi, Bay. Okay. I'm all flustered. Okay, then we're gonna take this and hook it onto here. And we're gonna go down to this first mark. So you're gonna take your, hello, son of a gun. You need those now? Sorta. We're gonna mark right there. And we're gonna, and I'm gonna be right back.
Karen Miller.
Yeah.
She had 4 fabrics from last night.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's not bad.
I am on a Zoom class right now.
I know, but can I look here?
Do you have an invoice for her? Did you look up the invoice?
I-
That's what I would start with.
Oh.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay. What are they? Oh, they're making this. Let's not scan my external drives. Okay. I'll need to what?
You got 4 or 5 people wanting to watch your ruler work and they can't get in. They keep getting a message.
What message are they getting?
What kind of message are you getting? The host has another meeting going on.
Then they're in the wrong meeting.
You're in the wrong meeting.
They've clicked on the old link.
You clicked on the old link.
So they need to click out of that.
Click
Everybody
out.
has to get out of that. They have to go into the link that I just resent to everybody, not even 10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago, she sent it.
Because people were having problems. So
She said she did that. It still isn't working.
then I can't help her. I don't know what to do. They're in the wrong meeting. So they have to get out of that. And they have to go into the link I just sent them.
Did you hear her? At 1:40.
Yep.
Yes. So get completely out.
So in that chain of emails, there's every link I've ever sent them. They cannot go to any of those links. They have to go to the very top one in the chain. If they go to any other links, it's going to take them to a meeting that's not in progress anymore. So they got to go to the most recent one. Okay, so here's a bunch of people entering. So
Okay. Okay. And if it doesn't work, then you just Call me back. Okay, all right. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, the link is fine. People are in, so she's clicking on the wrong link. Whoever it was. Okay, so that's very loud over there.
Sorry, trying to.
No, not you. I don't, no, you weren't loud. She was,
I'm loud.
we're reverbing. So you need to turn your microphone off.
I'm trying to shut it off.
Should be at the bottom of the screen. Did you get it? No? Yeah, okay, there you go. It makes it sound like we're at the bottom of the well. Lassie, Lassie, go get Timmy, we're in the well. Okay. Ooh, all right, I admit the people. Okay, so we'll start over because you guys, looks like maybe a bunch of you missed the first part. So we're in that space between what we did last month. So you had your line going this way already. Then you measure from side to side here what the center is, and you make a line going through the center. Then you put your crosshair square on there and you make 8 points, which I did. Then you're going to take your ruler and you're going to measure from the center out 4 1/4, then 4 3/4 inches on the north, south, east, west. So the this way and the that way. So we got 4 1/4 and 4 3/4. And then we brought our thread up in the middle. And we're going to make this flower petal-y thing. Okay, so I used this. Does this smell like onions in here to you?
Smells anything.
Oh,
Empty the garbage and.
smells like onions. Okay, so we're coming around. And we stop. And then you're going to flip it. And you're going to go back to the center. So you'll use your crosshair square. And we'll go like that. And we're going back to the center. Okay. She's got you doing this all the way around. So, okay, we'll do it all the way around. I could just put the echo in if I was fancy. All right, we're going to go up here. So I'm doing the south one and then the north one so that I don't skew anything. And then we're going to come back around and come to the center. It's been a day, y'all. It's been a day. Been a day. The thing with the thread, I'm telling you guys, it's going to get to where we can't afford to do this. I mean, it's getting insanely expensive. Not to mention all the stuff that we just flat out can't get anymore. Okay. I'm very disappointed about the light boxes. Just very disappointed. Okay. And then I got to do the last one. Get up in there. Okay. Whoop. Okay. And Okay. And now we're gonna echo it. So we're gonna do the exact same thing we just did, only we're gonna go to the 4 3/4 inch line. So now we're going down here. And back to the center. Okay, I'm going up to the top. Okay.
Oh, that's, no, that's not what I missed it.
What? Okay. All right, now we're gonna do whatever we're doing, east and west. I'm going east. Shoot. There, going east. Okay. Oops, other way. Okay. And now I'm doing the west side.
No, missed, but I don't care.
And back to the center. Okay. So we got our little pedally looking thing going on there. I'm gonna leave my thread in. No, I'm not, because I gotta get my circle over it.
It's got the notch in.
I don't have the notch.
Oh,
Well, I might, but I don't have that foot on.
I meant on the mark. It's a piece.
Oh, the circle? That doesn't have that, I don't think.
Yes.
Does it? Oh, yeah, it does. But it's taped together, so I don't wanna. So now I gotta find what?
It just doesn't sew well without a bobbin.
Without a bobbin? You should put a bobbin in.
I meant to keep track of that.
What did I just do? There we go. Okay. Got a lot of hair going on here in the middle.
I just don't think
They're embroidering in the other room. Okay. There, that looks better. All right. So now I'm gonna put my circle on there. On your circle, I think this is the first time we've used the circle. Am I wrong? I'm right? Okay, which would be why it doesn't have any grippity on it. And now it does. Okay. So on your circle ruler, it has your north, south, east, west, and then you've got diagonal lines on it. So we're going to use that to line up and make sure that we get all 4 of these circles on our diagonal line. So we're going to do our circles straight lined up on this, and this. Starting in the center. So again, we're gonna go right here. Okay, so I'm gonna take this and I have my diagonal line here in the corner is lined up and the one back here is lined up on the diagonals. And I'm gonna go all the way around in a circle and stop back in the center. Okay, stopping at the center. And now because again, I don't want to skew it or, make a fold or anything, I'm going to push it straight up and do the opposing side instead of going from one to the other, to the other, to the other, because you could skew the whole piece. All the way up to the opposite side of what I just did. Back to the center. And now I slide it down here. So now my diagonals are here and here. I'm going to move that thread out of the way. Stop at the center. And then push it to the opposite side, keeping those lines lined up. Okay. I'm gonna bring my thread up. And bury those threads. Like so. Right? Now we got that. Okay. Now we're going to take our ruler again and our marking pen. What do with that? There it is. And we're going to mark. It says just kiss the top. We're going to kiss the top. But we're going to come in and mark the top of one petal, the outside petal, by the way, that we made. So we're just making a box around the design we just did. Like so. Then we're going to come down here. Like so. Boy, I can't even hold a pen right with my left hand. My left hand is kind of worthless. Okay, to the top, to the top.
Oh, I snipped that. We're gonna fix that then.
There we go. So now we got a box around the thing we just did. Okay, so now we should be turning the page to the next. Okay. Now we're on the 12-inch arc, which is this one. I'm going to put a little bit more grippy on this. Okay. A little bit grippy. Let it dry. Then we're going to take this And these markings on here are all a 1/4 inch away. So she's saying to take the third 1/4 inch line, which is 1, 2, 3, that's that one right there. And you're gonna line it up with the line you just drew. And we're gonna make a straight line. We're gonna come all the way to this flowery thing here. If you start outside, which is gonna be out here, then you don't have to bring your threads up. Okay, I'm gonna move my ruler and continue. There I am at my star. Now I could bring my thread up and start over here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to travel. Until I am right lined up on that third line again. And now I'm going to come down this way. Slide that down. Okay, we're going to do that all the way around. Okay. When I get too far up, I stop, slide my ruler up. Okay, and I'm going to travel again around the bottom of this petal. Back up. Till I can get this ruler.
Oh.
Okay, and I go out in the border so I can just, let's see, do I want to cut my thread? What are we doing next? Okay, she's given you the option. She's given you the option of doing clamshells or echoing the circles in between here. So this is the next thing we do is in here. We either fill in some clamshells in here or you echo the circles. May as well do the clamshells. Have we done clamshells yet? Okay, good. All right, let's do the clamshells. Where were you traveling? Around here. Oh, okay. So I didn't have to break thread. So here and there. Okay. Phew, stinky. Phew. Really stinky. All right, so let's see. She is going upside down from how I typically do. How is interesting is that? Okay. Okay. How is that going to work? Oh, she's not all the way out to the, okay, all right. Fine. All right, on your clamshell ruler, you have a line here, and then you have a line down here. This line down here is going to be a 1/4 inch away from your ruler. Not your ruler, your needle. This line right here is where your needle is actually going to be when your foot is down here. Okay? So in order to make sure that we get this centered, you're gonna put that top line, the one that goes through the little clamshell thingies, you're gonna line it up on the drawn line that you made the square around your petals with. And then you're gonna come in here and you're gonna bring up your thread. So I've centered that in that box. Okay? And then again, that first line is on the drawn line that we did around the box. Okay, so you're gonna go all the way around. And your needle should be stopping on the drawn line. This is a different way of doing clamshells. I normally do them from the bottom up. She's doing them from the top down, so. Okay, so now we ended up on our petal over here. So if you look in your, let's see, figure 16, if you look in figure 16, you'll see that she's showing you traveling. So you have to travel down this petal. Okay, and now we got to get this situated. So on your clamshells, there's also a line that comes up through the middle of each hump. That line, you're going to line up exactly with the V from the one above. Okay? And that's going to offset your clamshells. So let's see, is that lined up? Maybe, kind of, maybe. Kind of, maybe. Oh, she does say it's opposite from the way you normally do it. Yeah. Okay, so she's using this. Okay. And we want to be a little bit more. Because we want, oh shoot. Nope, I gotta come back.
Shelling on the inside of the,
We want, there we go. So we want the top of the petal to be a 1/4 inch below the bottom of the V. Hopefully that makes sense. I gotta go one more over to get them lined up right. There we go. So you're gonna use your crosshair square and you're gonna make sure that the top of your petal is a 1/4 inch below the bottom of the V. And then we're gonna come back. And you're gonna end at the petal on the other side. And then you have to repeat that to get back down to the 3rd row. Okay, so we want to get to basically here. So I'm going to travel down. Ah. Okay. Okay. And that gets me my 3 petally things. Okay, and I am going to have to break thread here. I don't know that that would be the design I would choose from there, because when I look at that, I see like a butt. There's a butt right there. I don't think I like the butt. But whatever.
Circle.
You could use your clamshell to do that, because your clamshell is the same curve as your circle, so you could just echo, echo, echo. The big side, not the little side.
Evidently, I didn't start.
There we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, shoot. Oh, what did I just do? I just stuck my side threading needle in my pin cushion backwards. That was not a bright move. Okay, so we're gonna do it again. So I'm centering this evenly between those two marks that we did. See those? And then I've got this line right here, the first line is lined up on the drawn line. And I come in here and I bring up my bobbin thread. Like so. Okay.
Oh, that's what we don't want.
Okay. And now I gotta, where's my thing? Here it is. Now we're gonna make sure that this is lined up down here, 1/4 inch below the valley, and I have to travel back the pedal, which I can't quite see. There we go. I'm traveling back. So I'm lined up. Oh, shoot. That just slipped. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. Okay, and then I'm measuring for my last one. Okay. Travel back to pedal. And bring up my thread.
See how your butt.
It looks like a butt. Looks like a butt. There's butt cheeks in there.
But it's a pretty butt.
Yes, it's a very even butt. Whoops. Knocked my thing off. Okay,
Maybe we should end
carry him over here.
there.
Okay, 2 more sides to go of making butts. What did I do with my ruler? There it is.
So you want to start? Start.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Come up here. Okay. Okay. So now I'm centered. I got that first line is on my drawn line, and here I go. It just moved a little bit.
I don't think I would have done this right.
It's a heck of a lot easier to do clamshells from the bottom up. Really. So this is a weird way to do them, but whatever. I guess it works. Okay, then you're gonna take, where's my 1/4 inch? There it is. You're gonna take from the V, line that up down there. Like that. And now I'm gonna travel down my pedal. That just moved. There we go. There, okay. Okay, stop when you hit the pedal. And you're gonna reline up underneath it. And I'm going to travel until I hit my ruler. And then back around. And then pull your bobbin thread up. Okay. It's a little confusing because it's upside down. Okay, got one more side to do. Oops, I didn't bury that one. Okay. We're going to center this again, centering. We're putting the line that goes through the top of the petals lined up on our drawn line. Bring your thread up. Okay. Okay. So I go around. You've got it positioned correctly. The bottom of the V is stopping on your drawn line all the way around. I get to here. And now I need it to line up a 1/4 inch below the V. So I travel around the pedal. I'm gonna have to move that to get around that. Okay. Okay, 1/4 inch below, 1/4 inch below. And as soon as I hit that foot, stop at the pedal. And now I have to go to a 1/4 inch below the V here. So I travel over till I hit the foot, or I mean, the ruler.
Doesn't,
And stop at the pedal. Bring my thread up. Okay. And bury these threads. Oh, shoot. Okay. Getting fancy in there, guys. All right. So now we've done all the way up through figure, whatever it is, 17, I think it is. All right, now you have to echo line, which is going to be a whole lot of stitching. But you're going to do echo line, 1/4 inch echo line. Where's my here? Between here and here.
what's here and here? Can't see.
So
Uh,
here. So above where you're these things, you're yeah, this is the line that we sewed to box in the center. So we have that line, and then up here you had the line that you sewed out from this rotating thing. So you're going to do a 1/4 inch echoes at an angle all the way up and down.
what's your angle? How do you create an angle?
You're going to use the echo line from the pedal of the spinning wheel. So here. Let's see. Is she using that one?
Oh, from the
Yeah.
start.
Yeah. So you're going to go like this.
Use that.
Or a 1/4 inch, I should be on it, not above it, sorry, 1/4 inch. So for a 1/4 inch echo line, your ruler is on the stitch line. Boy, that angle looks a heck of a lot steeper. Try. You did this one, it would be. Yeah, if you use this angle. Okay, so let's just do this. Is that how she's doing it? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to come down. Bring my thread up. This is a whole lot of stitching. Getting the intensive ruler work. Okay, so I'm lined up on that pedal. So I come in. And now I have to what do you call it? Travel. I have to travel. And the way I know I'm at a 1/4 inch is when the outside of my foot hits the line I just stitched. Then you move your ruler. And you go back. So you hit your stitch line from before. Travel out till the outside of your foot hits that stitch line. Move your ruler up. And come back down. Travel out. I mean, this is going to be pretty repetitive here. Did I go outside my? Oh, no, I'm okay. 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 So that's what that should look like. And you got to do all 4 sides. Okay. And now we're going to do the same thing over here. So I'm using this pedal line because I want to be at the mirror image of the ones that we just did. So I'm doing this pedal line. Okay.
That is the ugliest part.
The ugliest part?
Oh God, is my microphone on?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, you could design something different if you like it to be different. You don't have to do exactly what she's doing. That's the thing with these rulers, you can make up all kind of little stuff. If you were of a mind to.
So I'm going back. Got really nothing to find out. Your second row, except to make sure you're measuring. Originating from the
That's correct. Okay.
My machine's acting like a fool.
Why, what's it doing?
The bobbin won't come up forward.
The bobbin won't
The
come
bobbin.
up forward. Oh, did you
And
do the flywheel?
The other one, her machine doesn't do anything.
Who's the other one?
I can't.
Which machine and what's it doing?
Thank you, Felicia's.
What's it doing?
Nothing.
Okay, what does nothing mean? So is the touch screen frozen? Is that what you're saying?
What?
Is the touch screen
No.
frozen?
No.
So then it's doing
It's not
something.
that. It's the lights aren't coming on. It will not. It's making a huge horrible noise when the embroidery unit tries to move. If there's something wrong,
With the embroidery unit?
the whole machine is acting up.
I turned it off and on.
I've done it multiple times. Yeah. So when you get a chance. I know.
Okay, we gotta do this side. So. Put down. Okay, I'm mirroring the one above. So bring my thread up. Okay. And I'm doing exactly. What I did before.
Lisa, this is Pat. I have to run. I'll watch the video to finish later. Thank you.
Okie dokie. You know, sometimes I think they put all this stitching in there just because they can. I don't know that this adds anything. Okay, I'm out the border on that one, so I'm not bringing thread up. But I'm gonna vary my start. Okay. And last, oops. Last side, we gotta go over here. And again, I have to mirror the opposite of what I did up there. So. Oh dear, what did I do? Okay. Okay. And break thread. Bury the first. Yes. Okay. And that is what it's supposed to look like. There she is. Uh-huh. You gotta do that 8 times. Yeah. One more time for this one and then 6 more times for the other blocks. Yes. So. Anybody got any questions on this one? Anybody? Nobody? Because the next one we're gonna be doing is that one, the middle.
What's the alternative to doing the clamshells?
She suggests in there, well, I mean, you can do whatever you want. That's the glory of the ruler work. You can do whatever the hell you want. But she suggests using the circle ruler to echo. So you could go like this and just echo over, echo over, echo over until you hit that top line if you wanted to. So you do a 1/4 inch. So you would use your foot. So you put your foot to where it's touching this. The bottom part of your foot touches the stitch line on the circle. That means your needle is a 1/4 inch away. And then you use this and you go across. And then you travel up until the bottom of your foot touches the seam you just did. And then you go back. And then you travel up till the bottom of your foot touches the seam you just did. And then you travel back. You could get, well, how many could you get? You could get 2, 3. You could get 4 of them in there before you hit this line. Because you would still come back and hit this. So it would just be concentric circles. Echoing out if you wanted to. Or you could just do straight lines across and fill it in with straight lines like we did out here. You could do in here instead. Or you could just echo this. So you could take this ruler that we made that with, and you could move it up to the first line, which is 1/4 inch, and you could just echo that in there. You can do whatever you want to do. If you don't like the little fluffs.
Thanks for the suggestions.
Yep. All right. Okay, so next one we're doing is you need a 21-inch square for the next one. And that's the center block. Center block.
It's sent back for 2.
You do cut it down. However, the finished size is 18 by 18 plus your 1/4 inch seam allowance, which makes it 18.5. And a fat quarter is only 18 inches. So you would be short seam allowance if you did it on a fat quarter. So I would not recommend using a fat quarter. I would start with the 21 by 21 if I were you. All righty. That's it for the, oh, how did that happen? Oh, that's left over from there. I got thread all gummed up back here. Okay, that's it for this month. I will get the recording up as soon as it does whatever it does on their end. I'll get it posted. and then get it out and email to you. Okey dokey. Nobody's saying anything, so I guess that's okay. All right. Look for an email later today. Boop. And boop.
Mm. Mm. Oh, shoot. I didn't switch my needle.
Well, it worked.
Whoops.